Jacob's manager was like, oh, this is like a really cool take on country. I'm like, I didn't know it was country.
Yeah. It feels like something on paper that shouldn't work.
Yeah.
Right. But then, we just keep getting called for gigs. So I'm like, I guess.
Yeah.
It's working.
Welcome to the Mateada sessions, where song meets story. Today, I'm sitting with Jacob and Aaron from Deloyd Elze.
Yes.
Welcome to the Mateada.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Yeah, you bring a certain element to the music, and you bring another element, and you've created this new genre, like digital twang, or what is it? What is it called?
Digital twang.
Digital twang. Like, how did that come about? Like, what was the magic behind it?
I think our take on it, I guess, which is really interesting. It feels like something on paper that shouldn't work.
Yeah.
Right. But then, we just keep getting called for gigs. So I'm like, I guess.
Yeah.
It's working.
And even though we were making those really early songs, we weren't trying to make anything in particular.
Yeah.
We were just making like
What we
whatever
liked,
was happening, like whatever was coming out. It wasn't even, I think once people started hearing the music, which is kind of funny, like it started like Jeff, Jacob's manager was like, oh, this is like a really cool take on country. And I'm like, I didn't know it was country.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Like that was kind of something, it was not.
Does it feel country to you now?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it wasn't like it's not like we were trying to do anything really.
Yeah.
We were just like making songs that felt cool.
Yeah. The interesting part about country music as a genre is it's always the most self-critical of the music at the time that's being made. Right. Where if you look at like 60s, 70s, 80s country music, like especially in the 60s when you had the whole Nashville sound, like the music that was coming out of Bakersfield, which is like honky tonk, at that time they were like, that's not country music. Because it wasn't.
It came out of Bakersfield?
Yeah, Bakersfield, California. The reason why people play Telecaster is just because of Buck Owens.
Yeah, Buck Owens from Bakersfield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now it's like a ubiquitous for the genre. So I think I even felt that at the time where I was like, oh, well, like what I'm doing is like, it's so weird or like kind of left to center that it's not country music.
Right.
And now realizing, well, I'm part of the same sort of, thinking. Yeah. So like I'm learning.
Yeah, there's lots of even when Willie went to left Nashville and went to Texas and kind of started the outlaw thing, like that was kind of a smack in the face. He's one of those like very clean TV country artists. Yeah. And like all of a sudden he just went out to the hill country in Texas and started doing that and
made Redheaded Stranger.
Yeah, made Redheaded Stranger, and it wasn't like all the people in Nashville was like, well, that's not what this is.
And what was like the magic, the chemistry that you guys had for each other? Because I mean, all great music, right? People come together and like, what was it that drew you guys to each other?
We had both kind of ended up in Southern California and had never really spent any time with each other, just like sort of seeing each other in passing. And Aaron had hit me up like, oh, do you want to come to my studio that I have to like just make some music? And it was almost like immediate as far as just like.
Yeah, it was super instant.
Like, oh, like I see where you're going, you see where I'm going at the time. And it was like, just one of those like feelings that you can't really quite explain, when you like meet somebody and you're like, oh, like creatively, we just like kind of think the same way about things and are excited about the same things. Then it was pretty instantaneous. It was like, at least on my end, it was like,
He's like, no, I wasn't.
I don't even know what I'm doing here right now.
Why don't you speak to a few of the songs you're going to play tonight that you're excited to play, and anything in particular you want to share about them?
Yeah, Parrot Head is like, it was a sneaky one from the get-go. I think we talked about it when we were in your studio. When I first wrote it, I didn't think that it was going to turn into anything. Yeah. It was sort of like one of those songs where I was like, oh, this is like a fun writing exercise. And I ended up having a friend at the time who was crashing on the couch, and he was like, man, what's that? Da, 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 da. And I was like, oh, it's the new one that I'm working on. He's like, dude, like, I want to listen, like, when are you going to put that out? And I was like, oh, it's probably never coming out. He's like, no, dude, you should really work on that thing.
elephant. I wanna downstage in a Buffy cover band, make a fortune and piss it, 'cause I can't get out when I go ever see that television. No, no, no. An American guy that don't ask, gonna tell, gonna throw up a Hail Mary, taking the pain off with my fist. Never once was it not ever funny, 'cause I walked downstage in a Buffy cover band, going out singing Margaritaville. Put my ashes in a commemorative cut so I can turn it to a hey, hey, come on now. We call this a two-step.
It sounds like you had quite an interesting journey too. Like you were a line cook and a ship hand, and like then you did all kinds of things before you even got into music, just to make it all work.
Well, it was like when I landed in Long Beach, I kind of like didn't really know what I was doing kind of in my life at that time. It was pretty transitionary, and music kind of almost fell to the wayside. It became like sort of at that time I was working, I was trying to like, I had a relationship, and I was like sort of like more focused on that than I was music. And I was pretty unhappy if I look back on it, where it became something where I like sort of lost focus, and I sort of was like just trying to survive. And it wasn't like I think in a weird roundabout way, it was like it gave me the ability to be sort of like aware that this is a gift, that like what we get to do is like really amazing, and I don't take it for granted. And I think I needed those experiences to like get to where I'm at now. Yeah. My buddy was working for this like goat cheese company as like at working at the farmer's market. And I was like, well, I can do that. So I hit him up to get a job. And this is a very roundabout way of saying the warehouse that I was going to pick up stock from was right next door to this venue. And Jeff and Tim, who ran the venue, like became to know me as the goat cheese guy. Yeah. We never talked about music, never like kind of got into it. And my roommate, I was playing guitar in her band, and she got booked to play at that venue. So when I walked in, they were like, goat cheese
boy.
Yeah. What do you play music? And I was like, yeah, I'm a musician. And then I ended up playing at this time, like we were working on the first EP together.
This is kind of like right as the first EP was like on its legs, and was more than just like some songs on a hard drive, you know?
Yeah.
I was reading that there's a song like Rite of Passage. Mm-hmm. What is that all about?
Rite of Passage came about, I at the time was like making like sample packs for a sample library, and so my kind of like recipe was to sort of just write a bunch of songs, like, and sort of take the stems and kind of send them in separate ways. And I was starting this idea, and I very quickly realized that like, oh, this is actually for me.
Right.
And the garage that I was working out of, it was sort of like a vortex almost. There was a lot of people who would like leave gear there. So there was a random guitar that had, I think, 5 strings or 4 strings on it. So I just started playing it. And I realized very quickly that like I couldn't leave the desk with because at that point it was like maybe midnight or like 1 a.m. And I was like, if I don't finish this, at least get this 90% of the way, then I'll probably never finish it.
Right.
So I finished writing it probably like at 3, and then went to bed, woke up the next morning, sent it to Aaron like I usually do, to be like, hey, thumbs up, thumbs down. And he was like, this is
thumbs up.
Cool. Yeah, that's nice. It's a pretty good idea. We ended up like essentially finishing the whole song in a day. It was like
not even. It was like 3 hours or 4 hours.
Yeah. That's when you know it's in the flow, right?
Yeah.
So what inspires you the most in your journey with music, and what do you want people to feel, and take away from like your expression?
I think in a strange way, like my role as an artist is to constantly look for things that like surprise and excite me. And I feel like if I am resonating with that and outwardly expressing that, that's what people can take away. as far as like there's this sort of, you know, especially when you write music, you like want it to almost be at a place where it's like it's coming from you so that you can connect with people. It can't like exist in a vacuum, especially like doesn't exist that way. It's supposed to be shared. And so I feel like as long as we kind of keep on this path of like things that are like, you know, just trying different combinations and trying different like sort of palettes and you know, just swinging the bat as hard as humanly possible, I feel like that comes across. And I think the things that we get sort of, a lot of people will say about our shows is like, a lot of times when we're doing stuff, like we're just laughing and smiling because it's like, it's fun. It's like, oh man, like this is crazy that this works.
Yeah, they're letting us do this.
Yeah. And so I think that's sort of our responsibility in a strange way.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know how you feel about it. Like,
Yeah, I think I had a friend say, like, just remember that it's not the thing. The source is a feeling. It's not a sound.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that feeling, I guess, is kind of hard to put words on it. But there's like I guess the balance is that it's, at least to us, sounds and feels like new and interesting and something that just sonically is exciting to hear. I think we're both so just like curious at the end of the day. It's not, you know, I think why the production sounds the way it does because we're just curious people and want to go.
You're not trying to manufacture a certain sound. You're sort of exploring where to go.
Yeah.
Like you're saying, through the jam a bit, things come out and you're like, oh, that sounds really interesting. Does that even work? Does that work?
And I think like that paired with the storytelling and a certain type of sincerity or like a bit of like an earnest human emotion, to me there's like it sways around a 50-50 relationship. Sometimes it's 60-40 this way, sometimes it's 60-40 that way, but like that sonic experimentation and the storytelling of it, like I think that's what, if we're gonna boil it down, like what is the project, it's that.
Just make something without the fear of judgment or trying to edit it at the same time that you're creating it.
Yeah.
Like save that for later down the line.
Hit record.
Yeah.
Come back later.
And
The editing is very important and the refining is very important, but equally as important is the ability to finger paint like a 5-year-old when it's happening. Like when you have this idea. And I think like the relationship of those two is always kind of evolving.
Can you speak to why you took the name Deloyd Elze? Like that's your grandfather, right?
When we first made the first thing, I knew it was like different and I couldn't say why, but it was like, this feels like emotionally and spiritually and like just very different from what I've been writing and what I've been sort of pursuing. It felt more personal. It felt more like vulnerable. So I was like, I would feel like a family name is something that's like really important to me. So it was like Deloyd's name is like something I've never heard before. And I felt like not many people have heard anything quite like this. So it felt like the most natural progression. Yeah.
Any other ones you're going to play tonight you want to call out?
Yeah. Like from this new record, we have a song that like we're both, I think, pretty excited about called Feather in the Clutch. And it's definitely the weirder of the bunch.
But the best.
Yeah. Aaron called it from the jump.
What do you love about it?
Everything.
It's just like when I first made it, again, it was like one of those things where I didn't know like what it was yet, and I had like kind of built like this thing out.
It wasn't even really anything until we went to Georgia and like started actually tracking it.
Yeah.
Or like the form of the song appeared once we started to record it. It was so amorphous before that.
Yeah, like once we took it to the farm, it felt that's when it like fully became realized. It's like, oh, okay, like the writing is done on it, like the arrangement's done on it, and it's just really, it's very fun to play, and it's
it's fun to play. There's a really cool balance of like the production is strange, and even the form of the song is not really like it's still kind of weird, but there's a push and pull that feels natural. Yeah, and to me, it always is just kind of, you know, that like sheen on like a beetle that's like got like a really like multicolor, like deep purple like to me the song feels like it's like that. It's got this like really strange technicolored shiny but dull kind of feeling to it.
It's a rite of passage. And I'm on the slow lane. Tack on another bad habit just to hear my gears turn. In my body you can have it, but I couldn't say how much it's worth. Run it up, run it out, run it down. Just run me ragged. So won't you come starting out there from me? I'm telling you we can fell all about it in the morning. Don't back around here. It's a backhanded compliment. It's believing that I'm wrestling. Will you come out and honest, like the leak in my faucet? Run it up, run it out, run it down. Baby, rip me to shreds. Starting out there from me. I'm telling you we can fight all about it. Don't back around me. I wanna hear you scream sanity. I wanna see you get mad at me. It don't matter how much it hurts. It only shows how much it's worth. I'm telling you, we can fall about it. Don't let it run.
It was great to connect with you guys. Thank you again. Appreciate it. Nice to get to know you guys.
Yeah, you too.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah,
Ciao.
thank you.
These Mateada sessions are delivered by Yerba Madre, a beverage that delivers power from nature. Thank you so much for tuning in.